Hi friends, today is the 10th day of second Mahila Dhyana Mahachakra. Today's Patrisar message to all of us. My dear friends, my dear masters, my dear gods, welcome to the platform of learning. Today we will learn how to learn, from whom to learn. We have to learn throughout our life, that we have to learn today, tomorrow, all the time. All human beings have to learn from animals. From dog, we should learn how to be, how to behave. From bird, we have to learn. From chicken, we have to learn. From fish, we have to learn. From all these animals, we have to learn. They are there to teach us. They are not talking, but they are living happily. That's why we are talking unnecessarily? We have to learn from dog, we have to learn from cat. We have to learn from dog how to be faithful with humans. We have to learn from cat how always active. We have to learn from bird how it is flying with so much freedom. We have to learn from cow and deer how they are playing together. We have to learn from animal kingdom. Human kingdom has to learn from animal kingdom. We have to learn from all the animals. All the animals are there to teach us. All the animals are living and they are coexisting each other. We have to learn that from animal kingdom. If you take an ant, see how happily in a line it is going. It won't even cross that line. It goes in a line and comes back in a line. It shows much discipline. Do we have that kind of discipline? If you remember, Lord Dattatreya, he said he learned from 24 different things. He learned from snake, he learned from eagle, he learned from honeybee. Lord Ganesha learned from rat. Lord Vishnu learned from eagle. Mata Parvati learned from tiger. Lord Shiva learned from bull. They did not keep these animals just for fun. They wanted to learn from these animals. All these animals are teachers, the human beings. They are silent teachers. We should be extraordinary disciples of those silent teachers. All animals are our gurus. They are doing their work. They are not interfering in each other's work. Why we human beings are going with others' work without doing our own work? Human beings are searching for the guru here and there. No, friends, we have animals right next to us to teach us. So, from today onwards, we all will learn from animals. We all will observe the animals and learn from them. Second, all parents should learn from their children. All kids are pure souls. They are so much pure souls. They are like a pure pearls. Parents are always fighting each other. They are competing with others. So all the parents or adults should learn from kids. If you observe these kids, we can learn so much. Similarly, if we observe the animals, we can learn so much. First point is, all humans should learn from animals. Second point is, all adults should learn from kids. Third point, all the men should learn from women. All men should learn from all women. Children are teaching adults, and all women came here to teach men. We have to learn how obedient they are, how patient they are, how they always give. So what is the first point, friends? All human beings should learn from animals. Second point, all adults should learn from kids. Third point, all men should learn from women. Females are the teachers of men. Children are the teachers for adults. Animals are the teachers for humans. Now comes to the fourth point. All non-vegetarians should learn from vegetarians. Those people who eat meat are cruel people. They are taking away the life of something or someone and then they are eating that one. So all vegetarians are sattvic people. So all non-vegetarians must learn from vegetarians what to eat and what not to eat. Now fifth point, all non-meditators should learn from meditators. They should learn how to meditate, how to keep silent, and how to meditate. They should learn from non-meditators. All meditators are teachers for our non-meditators. All vegetarians are teachers for non-vegetarians. All females are teachers for all men. All children are teachers for all adults. All animals are teachers for all human beings. Now coming to sixth point. All who are talking must learn from those who are silent. The silent people are the teachers for those who are talking. Silence is gold. After 1,500 years, no one will talk. There is no need to talk, my dear friends. They will think or they will say that, before 100 years, people used to talk to communicate. They will say about us, there is nothing to speak when we understand everything. We need not speak. When you don't understand, then only we keep blabbering around. After 100 years on this earth planet, no one will speak. There is no need to speak. If one thinks, others will understand. If others thinks, you will understand. There is no need to talk. There is no need to use the mouth for talking. You will not use the mouth for speaking after 100 years. You will use your mouth for singing, but not for talking. This mouth is for singing, friends, not for talking. So let us see once again. What are the teachers? The first point is all human beings must learn from animals. All adults must learn from children. All men should learn from females. All non-vegetarians should learn from vegetarians. All non-meditators should learn from meditators. All those who are speaking should learn from those who are silent. Now you know what you have to learn. How many of us are learning? We can learn from everything and everyone, everybody. We came to this earth to learn. We did not come on this earth planet to eat and sleep, friends. Pyramid Spiritual Society movement is there to teach how to learn. The seventh point is we have to learn from nature. We have to learn from sky. We have to learn from water. We have to learn from earth. We have to learn from air. We have to learn from trees. If you see the trees, they are living happily. They are giving flowers and fruits to everyone. Why can't we be like that? We have to learn from trees, my dear friends. Why can't we give fruits and flowers to everybody and be happy? Every minute, every second, we have to learn. We should not earn money, we should earn knowledge. We should earn wisdom. We should do that. Dear friends, from today onwards, let us start learning from each and every person, every incident, everything that we come across. Let us gain the knowledge and thus the wisdom. Thank you, friends. Before I close, I will just mention what are the 24 gurus of Lord Dattatreya he took. As Patri sir is mentioning today, I feel like mentioning all this at the end of this audio. Out of the 24 gurus, the first one is Earth. The Earth teaches us course of dharma, art of tolerance, and art of performing duty. One can learn patience and forgiveness from the Earth. Second one is air. The air being pure, odorless in its characters, move freely among all the objects, yet remain unaffected. The air teaches us the value of being free from all contamination and of staying clear of the material world disturbances. Third is sky. The sky has no boundaries. Beyond to reach the material nature. Infinite in nature, sometimes clouds cover the sky, but yet sky remains unaffected. In the same way, the soul never affected by the material body contamination. Like the sky, the soul is omnipresent, all-pervading and infinite in nature. The fourth one is water. The sage is like water because he is free from all impurities. Gentle in nature, while speaking, he creates a beautiful vibration like the flower of water. By seeing, touching, or hearing such a saintly person, the living entity is clean as if it is coming in contact with pure water. The fifth one is fire. Fire burns bright, cannot be suppressed by others. It has no extra storage or a place. It keeps all inside itself and it can eat anything yet not get dirty when comes to contact with other dirty things. The sage's glory is like the fire. He is made brighter by his knowledge and tapas. He has no vessel other than his stomach. The sixth one is moon. The moon waxes and wanes. Despite of continuous change taking place in the moon, yet it remains unaffected by the process. Similarly, the sage should not be affected by continual change of the body from the birth to death, including disease or old age. Seventh is sun. The reflection of the sun can be seen by many objects, but the actual sun is one and undivided. That teaches the Supreme Soul is one and reflected into various bodies, but the soul is not body itself. Eighth is pagan. Once devoted pigeon couple along with their babies lives happily in the jungle. The couple loves each other too much, also takes care of their infant babies. The love among them is ever growing every day. One day the couple went and bring the food for their children. In the meanwhile, the bird hunter came to their nest and caught the children in the net. When the couple returned back, they saw their dear children were caught up in net. Unable to live without their children, the couple foolishly also jumped into the trap of the net. The bird catcher returned home with the complete catch. So this pigeon story warns against the developing obsessive love or attachments in the transient material world. The sage would refrain from attachment after attaining the human body, which is open door to mukti or moksha. Ninth is python. A python eats whatever comes in its way and satisfies, whether it is sufficient or not, bitter or sweet, etc. So one should accept whatever one comes across in the life and with the full contentment. 10th is honeybee. Honeybee wanders from flower to flower and collects nectar from them without hurting the flower and draws honey. Similarly, the sage takes essence of different various holy scriptures, study and practice them spirituality. 11th is honey thief. The bee collect the honey and store it with the hard work, which they neither eat nor give away it themselves in the charity to any other creatures. The honey gatherer, honey thief, comes and takes the honey easily. The sage should not store things for himself even for the next time. He should use his palms to take food and stomach to store the food. Bird or prey. Once there was a Kurari bird who picks some sort of food in the beak from somewhere. At that point of time, the other stronger bird have no food to eat, attacked the bird to take food away from his beak. In order to get rid of the attack, to attain the peace, the bird dropped the food from the beak. This teaches the worldly possessions are source of trouble. If one runs after sensual pleasures, all soon will be into the clash with the fellow beings, who too run for the same and has to face much miseries and strife. Happiness and enlightenment being to one who lives simply. 13th is sea. The ocean neither increases due to the excessive inflow of rivers nor decreases due to stoppage of the flow of the rivers, yet maintains its level. The sage should be equiposed in the state of calmness. The life of sage remains balanced. The joy of life do not excite him, nor do sorrows depress him. 4th, moth, grasshopper. The moth is tempted by fire. Being attracted by delightful beauty of the flame, it jumps into it and gets burns with it. Simply, a foolish man is attracted with the illusionary pleasures and visual senses and thus gets caught into the ceaseless cycles of birth and death. 15th, elephant. The male elephant, out of immense lust, falls into the pit covered over the grass by the scent of its mate, the paper and wooden made female elephant. The elephant gets caught and enchanted after being attracted towards the opposite gender mate. A passionate person is tempted by the opposite gender and falls into the trap and come to grief. This speaks spiritual truth should learn to get rid of the clutches of the lust. 16th, deer. The deer is very fond of music and very much attracted by it. The deer trapped by a hunter through its love for music. Hunters employs the music to lure the deer before hunting it. It teaches the passion and sensual desires will later or sooner bring down the sage from his spiritual progress. 17th is fish. Due to uncontrolled tongue, the fish is caught on the hook. It is through tasteful bite that fish meets its end. Among the sense, tongue is the most difficult to be controlled. When tongue is controlled, other sense will become easy to be controlled. A Pingala, a dancing girl. There was a dancing girl named Pingala. She was tired of looking for customers. One might come and give her sensual pleasures along with a lot of money. She becomes hopeless and ultimately, out of frustration, gave her plans for earning money via the means. Feeling satisfaction for her abandonment of material desires, she contended with what she had and then had sound sleep. She realized that divine spirit lies within herself, who is the nature of bliss eternal. A child. A child has no grievance, no anger, no jealous, no hatred, and above all, free of ego and arrogance. Both child and sage are free from anxieties and full engrossed in the supreme joy. The child teaches us to be a kind heart, innocent, carefree, and full of supreme joy. 20. Median, an unmarried girl. Once some people came home to see a Median girl. Her parents were not at home, so she had to entertain them herself. She went to kitchen and started beating the rice for their food. At that time, her bangles are started making noise. So she did not like noise. So she broke all the bangles except 2 in each hand. But still they are making noise. So break one more and kept only one. Hence no noise produced. From this, any number of spiritual seekers are living together, there will be a clash of interest, even among the two persons. There might be a disturbance, dispute, etc. The sage should live alone in solitude, and it is better to live alone without creating any unwanted noise or gossips. 21. Serpent, the snake. The snake lives alone and avoids the company of other creatures. In order to seek self-realization, one should abide in the cave of his own heart. 22. Arrowsmith, maker of arrow. Once there was an arrow maker. He was absorbed in making the tip of the arrow that he did not notice that possession of the king passes nearby. He was very much keen in his work, which teaches us focused mind, concentration is the way to achieve the self-realization. 23. Spider. Spider builds a beautiful web from his heart through the mouth, plays and enjoys with it, and then after some time swallow that never same web. This teaches Supreme creates the material universe from his Maya, preserves it after a while, and draws it back into the self. Caterpillar. The wasp catches hold of worm, which is the hive, and gives the strong and gives the buzzing about. The caterpillar is frightened by the whole ongoing process of buzzing, that it cannot think anything else apart from the wasp. The constantly kept thinking of caterpillar about the wasp eventually make the caterpillar a wasp itself. This teaches us whatever form a man constantly thinks, knowingly or unintentionally, be it with a love, jealous or fear, he attains in that course of time. As a man thinks, he becomes. Even at the time of death, whatever one's mind focused on, one attains the same living species from his next life. These are the 24 gurus. These are the 24 gurus that Lord Dattatreya is learning. Thank you, friends. Thank you.